Alright guys, so we have the next event confirmed for the NA version of the game, and that is going to be the 18 million downloads campaign. So it looks like we're moving right on track to the next event, which is going to be the Skyhawk Fest, but we got a little bit of, I guess, quality of life, or just kind of nice small events, if you want to call them that, in the middle of that major super banging lotto event that we got in, I don't know, I'd say about a month, maybe a little bit less, and, you know, where we are right now. So don't think that this is just like an actual like bad special downloads or anything. This is actually a really killer event for most people, right? If you like the summoning campaign, it's even better, right? If you've been waiting for Qi Huang, you're absolutely stoked for this. But every master should be really excited for this, because as you can see, I already have it pulled up. We're getting new permanent master missions, and this is an insane amount of Saint Quartz that every master is going to be able to pick up. I think the annoying thing is that we don't have the claim all button, so you have to be like tapping each of these individually to claim all these missions. But hey, it's a metric ton of Saint Quartz, and all you got to do for it is basically max out 5 servants per class. So as you can see, to get all of these, you just have to max out 5 sabers, archers, etc, etc. The one thing is that you don't have to get like 5 rulers or like 5 avengers, right? You just have to get 5 extra class servants, right? Because if it was like get 5 rulers, 5 avengers, that's probably better in the long run, but that's also going to be really hard for a lot of people to do those. In fact, some of those aren't even going to be possible, like Shielder, for instance. There's only the one in MASH. So yeah, this is definitely really, really good. Depending on if you want to spend this on the current banner or anybody that may be coming up this year. I mean, Skyhawk, like I mentioned, her event is coming in what should be about a month, and she'll be getting a raid up, she'll be getting a buff, the bunny suit, the whole 9 yards. Then you have, you have Van Gogh coming out, who's going to be a very strong quick support. Well, technically, you could use her in any team comp, but technically she is a bit better as a quick, because she does offer some quick buffs to people and like some quick down and whatnot. So yeah, she's going to be coming out. She's absolutely insane. Himiko comes out as like a buster support type servant. Himiko is absolutely nutty. If you just want somebody nuked into oblivion, Himiko is definitely your girl. Definitely just a really interesting piece of buster support. Ibuki comes around, and Ibuki is probably the best AoE buster saber you can go for. She's absolutely crazy insane. And then even looking at further than that, I mean, I don't want to skip over people like Ashia Doman, right? I don't think I'm skipping over all of those other people, but there's a lot of people you could be summoning for. But then you get to like New Year's, and you have people like Shiro Muramasa coming out. Then right after him, you have Space Ishtar's return, right? Like if you didn't get, what's her name? Berserker Musashi, you could use Space Ishtar as your like go-to arts farming servant. Then you literally have like the 80 million servants that everybody's hyped for Lost Belt 6. Like Morgan, Balaban Sith, Bargist, Evil Fairy Kingman, Castoria returns. You have what is her name? Koyenskaya comes around. Like just a whole like murderer's row stuff. And then even that summer, you know, where Summer Kama comes out, which is another servant that everyone's like really excited for. Basically, take this Saint Quartz and deal with what you will with it. But just know that next year is just like a murderer's row of banners, right? Like it's gonna be hard enough to like hold on to your Saint Quartz. I'd argue it'd be harder to hold on to your Saint Quartz for next year's anniversary than it was this year's anniversary, because I mean, you've even got people like me that are like, dude, screw it, I'm going all in for Morgan. Koyen, who? I don't know. Going in for Morgan, right? Like, they've already got me on all those other banners. Like, I'm already dead to rights, dude. I'll be happy if I can even sniff getting a Koyenskaya NP1 in my account, you know what I'm saying? So, it's going to be a little bit rough, but this is definitely a huge boon, something to definitely look forward to. If you want to spend your Saint Quartz immediately, this is not a bad banner to go ahead and summon on. I wouldn't say like you must summon right now, but Qi Huang is definitely that good. I don't want to undersell him either, because Qi Huang, I would argue, is still probably, in my humble opinion, the best solo servant in the game. Although I definitely think you could still make cases for people like Super Orion, Ku Alter, etc. Right? But Qi Huang has a little bit of a learning curve to him. Let me just forewarn people that might be trying to summon for him, and then like they max him out and everything, and then they like die their first try. There's a little bit of a learning curve trying to actually learn how to effectively time all of his skills and everything. But once you kind of get that down, and you know, it's FGOs, so you know, it'll just take you a couple of runs and you should start getting the hang of it. It's not like we're doing rocket science out here, although sometimes it might feel like it. But once you get the hang of it, this guy is definitely a huge boon to your account. I mean, he just balances offense and defense so well. He's really good at controlling the enemy party while also giving himself very nice buffs. Can literally just be invincible like 24/7 with how his NP works. The guy is absolutely astounding. I wish I could say the rest of the banner was a little bit better, because Li Xuan, Lancer, Wu Zetian, and then Consort Yu, I mean, I don't think any of them are particularly bad, but they're not, you know, insanely great either, right? It's not like you've got Kriemhild on the banner, right? Who I know, again, not out on, you know, the NA version, but I'm just saying, it's not like you have like one of these absolutely nutty, bonkers, busted 4-stars also going on rated, like it's, or like even Emiya, right? Like Emiya was on, rate up as like the 4-star for the summer banners. Like it's like it almost makes it worth it going even for him, right? So it's a little unfortunate, but Xixi Huang I do think is worth if you are going to go ahead and summon on this banner. I mean, you can also get a little bit of Saint Quartz back, because Li Xuan, Wu Zetian should also be getting their new rank up quests. And so that'll also go towards your mission of completing X amount of rank up quests. And who knows, that might get you another 10 Saint Quartz if you pull them. So I wouldn't be too depressed if you end up getting either one of these two while you're summoning for Xixi Huang. Maybe a little bit of like a bit of a silver lining, I suppose you could call it. There's also these limited time master missions. I don't think these are as important, but they might just be a little nice. You do get a ticket down here. And I guess if you're running low on the green mana prisms, then I guess you could secure yourself a little bit of those. Maybe you're running a little bit low on like your monthly tickets or your monthly EXP cards, something along those lines. But if you're really hurting that bad for mana prisms, don't worry. The Skahawk lottery event should be coming again in, I would say, like the next 4 weeks is probably around the time that I'm pegging it to hit the NA version of the game. Unless, again, Lisengel does some weird stuff and then they just throw everything out of whack. So, you know, fingers crossed that it's at least 4 weeks and hopefully maybe sooner, because I'm ready to farm me some material. Please, Lisengel, bring the speed up button when the event comes. I know it's really coping to ask for something like that, but it would definitely make the farming a lot easier, if you know what I'm saying. Then finally, we have some new stuff coming to the Davinci Workshop. This command code and this command code are returning, and then the Say one is going to be coming to the Rare Mana Prism shop. This, I think, is just a really good option for everybody to pick up. It's literally like one of the most generic things on the planet. Just slap it on literally any one of your DPS servants, and that card will now have 10% critical damage. So, you know, go grab your Gilgamesh, your Romulus, your Super Orion even. It's a very cheap 300 mana prisms. Again, if you were hurting for them, here you go, man. I think it's funny, though, that I don't believe this is enough, because that's like, what, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210. So you have to come up with the other 90 if you want to pick this up for free, but, you know, still worth it, I think. I think it's very worth it. It's definitely a decent thing you could put on one of your servants. This one as well, although this one's a bit more specific to, I would put it on your anti-divine servants, like people like Avenger Nobu, or Enkidu's technically anti-divine, right? I mean, his NP stuns divines pretty much guaranteed. I'd put it on servants like that. The people that you know you're going to bring that have like a special damage mod or special interaction with divine servants, I'd put this on one of their cards, because it'll definitely make those fights a lot easier. That 15% extra damage will definitely, you'll see a little bit of that. And then as far as the Say CE is going, I don't know if I would be, you know, fiending over the CE. I mean, I like Say. She is nice. I believe, wait, is that her name? Hold on. I feel like, because I know we already have Say, but I feel like, isn't her name also Say? Scion, dude. Okay, apparently. Okay, Scion, my bad. I knew they both started with an S. Okay, the Scion CE. I know that someone's already probably fiending in the comments down below. But the Scion CE, unless you're like me and you really like this character's design, right? You're like, you think they're cute. I don't really see a need to really go fiending for it, because the 15% bonus master EXP, and I say 15% because you can max limit break it, right? The extra 15% is like kind of nice if you're early on in the game and you're trying to reach like the max team cost cap, right? If you're trying to hit that, that can be really nice. But keep in mind, once you hit a certain level, your team cost doesn't go up any higher than that. And like realistically, outside of just getting like, you know, the refund for AP and whatnot, there's not a whole lot of incentives to go any higher and like to reach like max rank in FGO. I don't know why they haven't allowed us to expand our team cost, because I know it'd be a little bit broken, quote unquote, but dude, if you reach rank 150, you probably deserve to have like a full double decked out, like at least all 5 stars with like their 5-star CEs, right? Like, come on, man. If you grind that hard, at least reward them a little bit. But I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. But with all that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you just looking at this as like, oh, free Saint Quartz, I'm really gassed about that? Or are you going to be summoning for Qi Shi Huang over here? Again, very, very good servant. Let me know if you're doing that. Hopefully, the Qi Shi Huang video that hopefully I'll be able to put out. But with Wednesday, I'm expecting that we get some actual information for summer, so we'll see about that with the live stream. But yeah, with all that being said, I will go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, keep in mind, I will be streaming the JP live stream that reminded me on Wednesday morning. You can find that if you go over here to the wiki and you come to their 2020 event, go to the broadcast, and you should, well, I think if you just click that or something, you can find like a link to it, right? I will be streaming it when it goes live, which should be like 2 in the morning. So, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to that, but just coping for maybe some vague information on Summer Morgan. But yeah, again, if you enjoy daily FGO content, make sure you leave a like on the video, you subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts in the comments down below. And as a little bit of a side thing, if you're interested in participating in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel tournament, where we will be having a $100 prize, a $50 prize for the losers bracket, so, you know, no matter what side of the bracket you end up on, you can still kind of play for a little bit of cash. If that interests you, make sure you go to the Discord, which is linked down in the description down below. You DM me. My name is, like, ZTL in the Discord. I'm usually, like, you know, #1 guy in there, because, you know, it's my server, right? But, you know, make sure you DM me and, you know, look at the announcements for, like, all the rules and details and everything. But with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You guys have yourselves a nice day. Peace. Light, guys.